Today we're going to talk to you about why 99% of businesses fail within the first 2 years.
You can't say 99%. That's not a fact.
It certainly feels like 99%. Today we're going to talk to you about why most woodworking companies fail within the first 2 years of being in business. We're also going to give you a little inside look of our new $1 million state-of-the-art showroom right in the middle of Phoenix. We just finished it up. We got some footage of design all the way through install, and we're going to show you that today.
All right, it's not $1 million shop.
It certainly feels like $1 million shop. I've spent a lot of money on this shop. I don't have any monies left.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
We've all been there before. We bid that custom job at what seemed like a really reasonable rate. But something goes wrong. It ends up taking twice as long as you'd planned, and you underbid the materials. If you're lucky, you end up breaking even, but you probably lost money on the job. But hey, now you have a piece for your portfolio, you learned a lot of lessons, and you're not going to make those same mistakes on the next one. So hey, it was worth it, right? So you get back on the horse, you try again. Same thing happens. This is the trap that most of us get caught in, and if you don't learn to identify that and get out of it, 2 years, you'll be out of business. So right about now, you gotta be thinking, good job identifying an obvious problem, right? So what do? Do I bid the job higher? No, that's not the answer. Because then you're just gonna price yourself way outside of what anybody's willing to pay for, and you're not gonna get the job. So how do woodworkers like myself survive in this woodworking industry? Well, there are two really important things. The first reason is for the analytical and data guys, and the second reason is more philosophical. So let's start with the analytics and data. You need to figure out ways to supplement your income. If you're doing custom furniture for a living, custom furniture should be a smaller percentage of your woodworking. When you don't have to rely on custom as the main source of income, you'll be setting yourself up for better success. There are tons of ways that we supplement our income here. Let's talk about a few of those. We have YouTube, obviously. We have Patreon. I teach classes. We have a coffee shop in front. Within our coffee shop, we retail things like Tormek, Buster & Punch, Bridge City Tools, Osmo, Rubio. I have a product line. My chair, my settee, my coffee table, and that's also growing. We have an apparel line. I even have my truck on Turo. I even have a separate business called Our Block Co. that brings in quarterly income. I want to do custom woodworking so bad and build custom furniture so much that I'm willing to take in all these supplemental incomes to keep that alive. And that's why I'm still in business. I don't try to just do custom woodworking. So if you're just getting started out, the best advice that I could give you is to keep your overhead as low as possible until you have some products, some pieces developed, and you have manufacturing figured out and you understand your margins. When you have a few pieces like that you know you can sell, you'll have some bread and butter. Now let's talk about getting the community involved. Let's say you're growing and you're ready to take on a little bit more overhead. It's really easy to get so wrapped up and focused on your own success and your own business that you forget about the community. You forget about helping others. That's the difference between a company that goes out of business in 2 years and one that lasts for a very long time. Get people involved. Host events. We have Meet Your Maker. We have Maker Meetup events. And hell, I turned my showroom into a coffee shop and invited the community to come in and sit in the chairs that we make and the furniture that we make and enjoy the coffee that we make. Alright, so if you're still here with me, let's jump in and let's talk about the philosophical side of things. I've found that I couldn't do any of this without the team that I'm surrounded by. And my team doesn't consist of a bunch of people on payroll. My team mostly consists of artists and talented woodworkers and curious woodworkers who appreciate what I've done so far, and they want to be surrounded by it. They want to help and they want to see it succeed. They like what it is doing for the community and they want to help promote that. They want to see that flourish. Now, why do they care about what I'm doing here instead of focusing on what they are doing? The answer is because it's clear that what I've built here is for community. It's not for myself. The way that everything is structured, if you come in here and you experience what we have here, it's to bring people together. It's to allow people to come in and experience the craft in a way that they might not be able to somewhere else. When you build something that is for someone else, beautiful things come from that. Let's go over everything that we've covered in this video. Number one, don't get caught in the trap of thinking next time I'll be faster, next time I won't make those mistakes, and next time I'm gonna charge more, because that never works out. Number two, spend time developing products while your overhead is low. Get yourself a few items that you know will sell, get them dialed in, get your templating figured out, understand your margins so you have something that you can always sell and you know you'll make money on. Number three, find other creative ways to supplement your income. My truck is on Turo, that's the oddest one, but I rely on that income because all of these supplemental pieces help me continue to work on my craft and do custom. Most of the time that I'm doing custom woodworking now, it's for myself. Number four, get community involved. Allow people to come in and be a part of what you're doing. It's really important. There are several other people who have invested so much of their time into this business, unpaid, that they have just as much desire to fight for this to stay alive, to fight for this to work. And that is what you need to stay in business as a custom furniture maker. You need people to care. You need people to want it to survive, and it can't just be you. You need help. You need the community. So give to the community, and the community gives back.